Hi, I'm Bailey. I'm a senior school student at Kununurra District High School. Welcome to our media showcase. Kununurra is a small regional town in the northeast of Western Australia. It is 40 kilometres from the Northern Territory border and 800 kilometres from Darwin. We have a population of approximately 8,700 people. Kununurra District High School caters for kindy to year 12 and has a population of about 1,000 students. Despite being so isolated, we do have many great opportunities for the younger people in the community. In the Certificate 2 course, we do many interesting things, such as dramatic productions of school life and documentaries on digital culture. We employ troubleshooting techniques to overcome any problems that we encounter. It's a very hands-on course that encourages anyone and everyone to get involved and get the Certificate 2 in the creative industries. The following showcase is some of the best films from the 2016 Creative Industries Media students.
Music can be an important part of your life. You got to set some goals. Attendance rates at school's important. I just really think I love my education now I look back on it.
And what are you looking forward to the most tonight?
Well, just the Kimberley air, because it really does make me feel like I'm regenerated. I try and explain it to my wife. I keep saying to her, I come back and I feel like I'm 100%, like the batteries are charged. Something about what it gives you up here. Culturally, it's beautiful. There's big spirits here, feels nice, makes you feel welcome. So I just take it all in and take it home with me.
I'll be in my room for a while. Good night, Auntie Janice.
So, hi, I guess. Guess I should start with an introduction. So, my name's Ava. I'm 15 years old, and it's been 3 years since my parents died. So, my therapist, she thought it would be a really good idea to do this, something about confessing without an actual audience. So I guess it was a year before the incident. Uncle George showed up on my parents' doorstep one day, completely out of the blue, and Dad hadn't seen him in a really long time, and they hit it off immediately, and he was invited to stay with us. A short while after that, Uncle George and my dad, they would disappear at night, and then they'll be home early in the morning, really drunk, and Mum would always fight with one or the other the next day. And with Uncle George, the fights were always aggressive, but they only very occasionally got violent. And one time he lashed out at Mum, and Mum didn't. I guess he deserved it, but long story short, there was a murder case up for grabs the next day. And since my parents were detectives, they really weren't supposed to be involved with the case that when they personally knew the victim, but Dad pulled a few strings and they had authority over the investigation a short while after. So my dad, he became more and more obsessed with finding out who had killed his brother, and Mum got more paranoid. She stayed out late. She tried to avoid Dad and anyone, really. She just cut herself off. Dad got more suspicious and they started fighting. Dad would accuse her of killing my uncle, and one time Mum threw a punch, and from there it all went downhill. And when I came downstairs the next morning, I couldn't find any of them, and they weren't home for the next 3 days when the police came and picked me up. They were found a couple of weeks after I moved in with my aunt, and I guess, I don't know, this is dumb, stupid, I'm not talking to a camera.
Social media is the most popular communication form in the last 3 decades. I unlocked the airtight secrets of the 4 major platforms of social media. More specifically, the problems and possibilities associated with this generation's internet addiction. Hello, welcome to our #social media segment, and my name is Letitia. Today we are looking at the real problems and possibilities of social media in this society. More specifically, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. These social media sites have positively and negatively affected our society today. We're going to hit the streets of KDHS and ask some people on their thoughts.
I use Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook.
I probably use Facebook and Snapchat the most.
I use Facebook the most. I'd use Facebook the most, I'd say, and then I'd use Snapchat, and some of the time I use Instagram and Twitter.
I'd be bored all the time and I wouldn't really have a life.
I think it'd be kind of more boring and maybe a little dull because I like play lots of games and like talk to people, so it's just more social.
A life not worth living.
Yeah, it would be boring.
My life would be pretty different, I reckon. It's a big form in my life. I use it all the time, so it'd be really hard without it.
From what we've gathered, social media greatly affects the younger generation. Society as a whole finds itself changing and adapting because of social media. Thanks to social media, public awareness has never been higher, and there is now access to huge stockpiles of information. With communication at an all-time high, self-expression and global connection has never been easier.
Younger people are always connected and there's no room to shut off, no room to sort of shut your mind off and have your own inner dialogue, which I think has been lost with social media. Because you're always connected to your friends, you're always looking and seeing what people are doing and you never really shut yourself off. The fact that you can stay connected to people worldwide, so that is a positive. If a friend or somebody moves away, you know, you can always keep in contact with them readily and easily. So yeah, that's a big positive. They've got to be a lot more careful and they're held a lot more accountable. 24-hour news now, so something happens, you know, and with Facebook, you know, you get live updates instantly. So I think with the government, with having 24-hour news, it's made them a lot more accountable.
Across all social media platforms, hacking and privacy problems are persistent. Things like identity theft, stalking and GPS tracking. On Instagram, people can look through your photos for hours and can even track you through location tagging.
I feel like hacking's really bad because it's like looking at someone's personal information and it's your personal information, so if you don't want to share it with someone, then like... I feel like everyone encounters stalkers. They're just really subtle. Like I stalk people sometimes on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, so if it's just like looking through their feed and stuff, I feel like they're not really a threat. But if it's like a serious situation where they're watching your every move, like watching where you're posting from and all that, it can be really scary and dangerous.
Although social media is far from perfect, it has helped shape this generation's outlook on life. It would be very different without social media.
I use Snapchat every day. Basically all day, every day.
Every day. Every day.
Every day for most of the day. I use it for streaks every day. That's the only reason I use it.
Definitely, I'm actually on it right now.
We all know that the best way to communicate is through your smartphone, a text, a call or an email, but some others are using a faster way, and that's through a downloadable application called Snapchat. What's good about this app? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it actually faster? Snapchat is an image messaging app which allows you to send a photo or video for a maximum of 10 seconds to the friends that you've selected. You can also draw or write a caption on each of these photos or videos. Once they've opened it, they can never see it again. It disappears forever. That's why it makes it easy, quick and effective way to communicate with others and close friends. I've never been. What do you like about Snapchat?
What I like about Snapchat is that it's a lot more personal than texting, so it's kind of, you've got the picture and it seems a lot more personal and you can deliver the message in a more personal way. It's like a real face-to-face kind of way, and you know, you can send a lot more stuff and you can do a lot more things, and you can actually get quite creative with a lot of the jump cuts in the video messaging, and yeah, you can actually, it's a creative media.
On Snapchat there's a feature called Snapchat Story. Everybody has one, and you're able to post a photo or a video to your Snap story as many times as you want during the day. The photo or video will only last for a maximum of 24 hours, and people can view it as many times as they want to. Once the 24 hours is up, they disappear forever. On Snapchat, there's something called a smart filter. This is what's happening right now. They're live and interactive. They change every day, and there's a large range of them. They all do something different if you open your mouth or raise your eyebrows. Sending a Snapchat is easy. You pose, take a photo, click send. When the receiver gets it, a red box will appear. Tap to load, and then tap to view, just like that. Snapchat is generally a pretty fun app.
Yeah, I do think Snapchat is a good way to communicate because like you can just easily take videos and photos and just send them to people. Like I could take a photo of the footy that's going on now and just send it to you and you'd know what's happening.
Oh, Bailey's at the football.
Snapchat. Not only is it fun and practical, it's a very, very easy snap to use. Dude,
What is crowdfunding, you wonder? Well, wonder no more, my friend. We shall explain you the world of crowdfunding, where customers and creators can work together. Crowdfunding is the process of making a project happen from many individuals online who show interest and commitment to the project.
So the Language Centre's just finished a crowdfunding campaign about a month ago. So the campaign went for a month and we managed to raise just over $10,000 in that time. So we hit our target and exceeded it by about $200. So that was really good.
Just imagine that you've just started an army of peasants, good business partners from the good old friendly public. You could fund any idea imaginable.
To create something like fun for the kids in the community.
Create water lines through Africa to supply Africans that do not have water.
I would build a comic book store in Kununurra.
I would create a garden for all the little kids to play in.
I would create an army of gerbils and let them take down Donald Trump.
To get old cars that don't really work and then get new engines or parts for them. So if I can give them 3 cars that just don't work at all and then make 1 car that will work and then sell that off as a rally car or a I don't know, just an entertainment car for someone else, pretty much.
Now, I know crowdfunding seems to be the best thing since sliced bread, but be warned, everything has a dark side. Crowdfunding deals with a lot of trust, which is understandable, right? In some cases, people have been known to create a project, but they never follow through. Instead, they abandon it, keep all the money, and basically steal from you. This is horrible because people like this ruin it for everyone else. People lose trust in crowdfunding as a whole, causing less potential funds for a genuine, promising project. Turns out in the end, people are just selfish and use money for other reasons. Of course, this may worry you slightly about crowdfunding, but don't be frightened, my friend. Situations like these are rare and barely happen.
One thing about crowdfunding is when you compare it to getting grants from the government, you don't have to, there's no application needed. So with government grants, you're writing these 30-page applications, they take forever, they're really boring, they're really dry. With crowdfunding, if you can have a nice little promo video, you can sort of summarise your goal quite quickly, you can engage people. Because at the end of the day, people don't want to read pages and pages of, why you should support us. They want it to be quite easy, simple, and I think crowdfunding is a really good way of doing that.
You don't need the government anymore. You don't have to wait for somebody else's permission to do what you want to do. You don't have to sit there at home wondering what you could be doing with all your amazing ideas. You don't have to think what if anymore, because crowdfunding is here and ready to bring your dreams to life.
Meme lord. It's a term you've probably heard floating about on the internet, but what is a meme? The Urban Dictionary defines a meme as an image, video, or piece of text, typically humorous in nature, that is copied and spread rapidly by internet users, often with slight variations. A meme can be an image, joke, catchy music, or even an urban legend. A meme is basically something that catches the attention of who may see it or hear it.
I define a meme as a funny picture that goes viral on the internet that depicts maybe a major problem in the world and just makes light of the situation.
My definition of a meme is a picture or a photograph on the internet with some satirical text.
Usually, memes are made to be humorous and entertain the audience. So a meme lord is someone who collects and creates some dank memes. But wait. What does dank mean? Usually when you hear the word dank, you think of something that's wet, cold and dark. But on online culture, it refers to something that is cool and of high quality. Memes are constantly being remixed and remade by people on the internet. That's the whole point of them. You can interpret them differently depending on your personality and context. Memes may seem like a waste of time, but they do actually have an effect on the public. In some ways, they change and mould today's society. You may be thinking how? Memes can influence the way you act, how you speak, and even create new trends.
My favourite meme would be the little frog one, the Pepe meme.
It's between two dogs, one at the 911 centre and the other dog. The conversation is, what's your emergency? My ball is under the couch. Did you try barking at it? It didn't work. Oh my god. And it's my favourite because it's a conversation between two dogs.
I'd have to say our Lord and Saviour Harambe, because he died for our sins.
My favourite memes are the ones from 2012 that were labelled Me Gusta or all those funny ones.
Probably some of my favourites might be a little bit inappropriate for general discussion. There's lots out there about what it's like to be a mum today and a working mum, so those would probably have to be my favourites because they speak to me.
Some of the problems that surround memes are the controversy that is behind them, and some people don't find those situations funny. Like Harambe, who was a gorilla shot in Cincinnati Zoo in America, and most people don't like the memes that are laughing at or mocking his death.
Some of the negative qualities of memes are that sometimes the satire can be a little bit nasty and it might hurt people's feelings, or we never know the impact we have on people on the other side of the keyboard.
So, to us, what are some of the problems and possibilities that are associated with memes? Memes can prove to be quite problematic within society. They can lead to a division between people due to differing opinions on what is offensive and what is not. Cultural context has a large impact on how we interpret memes. For example, some people may find 9/11 memes absolutely hilarious, whereas other people who remember the event will not find them funny at all. Although they can prove to be quite problematic, memes are capable of a lot. Memes can bring people together, inform them on current events, and make them laugh even when they don't want to. Having said that, memes can be fairly misleading in that sometimes the information that they are presenting can be incorrect. Overall, memes are capable of quite a lot, and they do have some problems associated with them, such as they being offensive to some people. But then again, these days, what doesn't offend people? Society loves to use them because of their collective flaws and the way that they bring us together as a whole. I love memes, and they love me.
Meme Lords unite!
What do you define as a meme?
A funny picture with some words on it. Oh.
3, 2, 1, wait.
Like Harambe.
3, 2, 1, action.
Three, two.
Excuse me? Delete that. Hurry up. Delete it. 3. That means we have to credit them. Let's get set up sheet for you.
Hi guys, we're in Kununurra Celebrity Tree Park here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon where a Pokemon Go event is happening run by the community. Let's go see what's going on. Pokemon Go is a mobile game developed by Niantic, suddenly the most downloaded app of all time, having more daily active users than Twitter. It is an augmented reality game that gives the user an experience of travelling through the virtual Pokemon universe, but still keeping a close connection to reality. This game has attracted millions upon millions of users, including a few locals in our little town of Kununurra. This documentary will be focusing on the problems and possibilities of the game.
Some people might go down dark alleyways at night time or get kidnapped.
I think it's very dangerous. People could get killed and not watching where they're going, or somebody can come up behind them and assault them.
Pokemon Go is a big success, getting many people around the world involved. Social media plays a big part in getting people involved and organising events.
Pop culture, I saw a lot of other people playing it, so I decided to give it a go. I think this could be a big thing, augmented reality. It could definitely inspire some people to get up off the couch and actually outside playing sport. I think it can be dangerous if people use it excessively and in inappropriate areas like around roads. With new forms of technology, new problems arise. There have been several reports supposedly because of Pokemon Go.
It seems to distract people a lot and they seem to get hit by cars or accidentally walk off cliffs.
Going onto the road, bumping into things, falling downstairs.
I don't know.
What used to be a game for nerdy kids has now brought in new people from all social statuses.
I'm doing a lot more exercise because I've got to walk for 10Ks to hatch eggs a lot. I run into people and I talk to them more because they're playing too, so it's good. It got a group of young players together, and when you interact with the game, like getting a group of people who are playing together more creatures spawn. So it's more exciting for everybody, and you can share lures, and it's a good game of sharing time together and having a fun time safely in the park.
Pokemon Go has become such a big success throughout the world. As more people play, is it becoming more dangerous? You be the judge. Around the world. Pokemon Go, okay, social media becomes, Pokemon Go is, where there's Pokemon, several, doesn't make sense.